Hello everybody, Jordan here. The PH is silent, and today we're going to discuss the two transitive planes, the astral and ethereal planes. In 4th edition, the ethereal plane was destroyed by the elemental chaos, and the astral plane was transformed into an astral sea. The astral sea replaced the ethereal plane as the gateway to the other planes. But currently, as of 5th edition, the ethereal plane and the astral plane are back, being their transitive plane selves, happily carrying characters from one plane of existence to the other. So let's take a jaunt into the ethereal plane. It's a mostly featureless realm that serves as travel from one place to another. The ethereal is a misty, fog-bound dimension that has been described as a great ocean. Its shores would be the border ethereal, which overlap the material and inner planes, and the ocean itself would be the deep ethereal. Visibility in the border ethereal is limited to 60 feet and 30 feet in the deep ethereal. You can enter into the ethereal plane through a variety of spells and abilities. Ethereal Jaunt, or a plane shift spell, allows teleportation to the border ethereal. If you want to go into the deep ethereal, though, you're going to need a stronger spell such as plane shift or a gate spell. From the border ethereal, a character can see whatever the plane overlaps, but it appears fuzzy and muted. The character is also invisible and incorporeal to the physical world. However, they can be seen via spells such as True Sight. There isn't gravity, but a general sense of up and down does exist. Therefore, characters are able to move in all directions freely. Coupled with the ability to pass through solid matter, the ethereal plane is excellent for spying and reconnaissance. The only thing you can't pass through is living matter, which prevents you from placing your sword in someone and then coming out of the ethereal plane. This includes plants as well, so a vine-covered cottage would be immune to ethereal visitors. In older editions, you were prevented from passing through gold or lead, but I think that's no longer the case. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments below. The 1st edition manual of the plane states that the ethereal is the cosmic glue that binds the prime material with the rest of the inner planes. And I like this. It makes total sense, as the ethereal really is the in-between. It's a means of travel from the material plane to the inner planes, which includes the elemental and positive and negative energy planes. Thinking about this, it reminds me of the Upside Down from Stranger Things, but actually, really, that's more of the Shadowfell instead of the ethereal plane. And now I'm upset that I made a whole Shadowfell video without one Stranger Things reference. Damn. The ethereal plane isn't home to a lot of creatures. Ghosts can exist there and cause trouble for adventurers. Such creatures have a deep and abiding hatred for the living and no love for those travelers who show up in their realm. Phase spiders use the ethereal plane to hunt prey, phasing in and out at will. Other dangers, though, are ether cyclones, which are pressure centers of magical force that roll through the ethereal. Like a temporary thunderstorm, an ether cyclone is an incredibly strong wind on the ethereal plane, uprooting travelers and spinning them through the air. An ether cyclone isn't really dangerous, though, and probably the greatest threat is its ability to scatter adventurers. There isn't any food and water on the ethereal plane other than what you bring in, so anyone stuck there could die of starvation or dehydration if they can't find a way out. Overall, though, it's not really a scary place. As I mentioned earlier, the ethereal plane connects the material planes to the other inner planes, which also includes the Feywild and the Shadowfell. The astral plane connects the material plane to the outer planes, like the Nine Hells, Limbo, etc. Which brings us to our second transitive plane, the astral plane. The astral plane is the space between everything, the road that goes everywhere. It's where you are when you aren't anywhere else. It is a place of little substance, a gray void with chunks of matter broken off from other planes. Since 1st edition, the astral plane has undergone some changes, which stems from how the planes are organized in various editions. In 1st and 2nd edition, the astral plane was a transitive plane, part of the Great Wheel cosmology. In 3rd edition, that changed with the World Tree model, and the astral plane became a sort of cloud that interconnected the planes. So traveling from plane to plane, you would have to eventually navigate back to the trunk of this tree and find the correct path that led to the outer plane of your choice. Then 4th edition came along, and the astral plane was changed into an astral sea. The spell plague destroyed the World Tree and set the outer planes free floating in the astral plane, which condensed into a silvery sea. Now, in 5th edition, has become kind of a merger of the astral sea and earlier versions. The astral plane is the realm of thought and dream, where visitors travel as disembodied souls to reach the outer planes. It is described as a great silvery sea with swirling wisps of white and gray streaking among motes of light. The astral plane is mostly empty space, but visitors can stumble upon chunks of other planes that have made their way there. Creatures that are on the astral plane don't suffer hunger or thirst or age at all. which is odd for creatures who live there, and because of that, natives to the astral plane, like the Githyanki, have outposts on other planes so that their children are able to grow up. Certain spells touch the astral plane briefly, such as Dimension Door, which makes a quick shortcut on the material plane, but the main way of travel to the astral plane is via astral projection. This is a spell that sends your consciousness to the astral plane while leaving your body safe at home. When traversing in this way, you have a silver cord that comes out of your astral projected body that links back to your physical body. If this cord is ever severed, either by psychic winds or the silver sword of a Githyanki, you and your body will die. However, if your astral form is killed, i.e. reduced to 0 hit points, your consciousness will simply return to your body. It is possible to travel to the astral plane with your physical body via a plane shift spell or a rare portal that leads there. Then you'd have no silver cord and would physically be able to traverse the astral sea to one of the outer planes. Gateways in the astral plane lead to the outer planes. They appear as pools of color, with each color representing a different outer plane. Now, finding the right color gateway is set up by chance. In the 5th edition Dungeon Master's Guide, there's a D20 chart involving the pool color and corresponding plane of existence, and you're supposed to roll on that randomly. I suppose we should talk about the Githyanki. The Githyanki were originally slaves of the Mind Flayers. They rebelled and made their way to the astral plane. They are the pirates of the astral sea. War is the ultimate expression of the Githyanki culture, and their eyes show no mercy. They are dangerous foes in the astral sea because of their silver swords, which have psychic powers to cut a creature free from their astral projected body. Mentioned earlier that they have outposts in the material plane to raise and train their young. Once a Githyanki warrior is ready, they must kill a Mind Flayer, and only then are they able to join the rest of the Githyanki in the astral plane. Now that we're in the astral plane, we can travel to any of the outer planes. I already went into detail about the Abyss and the 9 Hells, but my next set of videos will cover the rest of the outer planes, so stay tuned. And thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and think about subscribing. There are new videos every Wednesday. Until then, take care and safe travels on the astral sea.